This goes to my old school Bronx Collaborative, fourth year, and all the schools before that. I'm Johan. Okay, my name is Johan. When I use in Bronx Collaborative, I try to tell everybody about secret conspiracy theories like Illuminati. I try to tell everybody about the Federal Reserve. I try to tell everybody about the petrodollar, and I try to enlighten everybody on the idea that secret societies exist. So it was this simple. My teacher, Joe Budden, Mr. Elias, he had a job in that school as a counselor, but that was his day job. His night job, he worked for the MSA, and what they do in New York City is like hack the kids. I try to tell everybody, yo, our phones are being tapped by the government. And I tell them, yo, my phone is being tapped by the government. My phone is being tapped from the government. And they said, no, your phone's not being tapped from the government. You're retarded. That's a conspiracy theory. And I spent the whole 6 quantum months trying to explain to them that our phones are being tapped by the government. But they just wouldn't believe me no matter what. So I stopped hanging out with them and I stopped going to school. So after I tried to explain to everybody in Bronx Collaborative that our phones are being tapped by the government, they all started calling me crazy and everything. So then I stopped telling them that shit. And that's it. But I'm a little bit confused. Hold up. But I told them, yo, I'm not gonna go to school. I'm gonna be a famous rapper. And this was fourth year, Bronx Collaborative. I told everybody I'm gonna be a famous rapper. And then they told me, no, you're not going to be a famous rapper. You're not going to be rich off making music. You don't know how to rap. You're whack. You're a broke boy. Blah, blah. A lot of the students hated me, bro. Out of 100% of the students, a good 85 to 90% really didn't like me and considered me crazy for believing that their phones were being tapped by the government. But irony enough, my phone is being tapped by the government right now as I speak to you. And I know that. And I guess 75% of the teachers really hated me and didn't like me. They kept trying to tell me shit like, if you don't go to school, you're not going to have a proper future. They told me this. The teachers told me this shit. That if I don't go to their school and participate in the classes and get along with everybody, that in the future I will be a failure. Yeah. 75% of the teachers will look me dead in the eye and they will tell me that I will be a failure because of my lack of absence in school. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. Back in Bronx Collaborative, I didn't know ageism was a thing consciously, and I didn't know I was Little Skies consciously, but subconsciously I knew the truth. And when people told me, "What are you gonna do if you can't graduate?" I told them, "Okay, cool. I'll just get my GED like everybody else in my family and get a job." But this is how it happened. First, I'm telling about MSA, they won't believe me. Second, I tell them to be a famous rapper, they don't believe in me. But when I took my SAT scores, I got genius scores credit. Like out of 100%, my SAT score was 125%, and proven psychic ability and everything. So this is what happened. I passed my SAT, I got my high school diploma, and then they kicked me out of the school or something like that. And then I went to a different school and I got my GED. Mom, shut up. And once I got my GED, I got a job as a janitor. Then I got a job as an Uber with an Uber bike. And then I got a job as a doorman. And I work a good 30 months. But I just told the teachers this. You guys do know that even if I graduate from the school with highest credits ever, there is no chance of me getting an actual job because I'm still a minor. I'm still a child. I'm not even gonna get paid 10,000 for a 20-hour shift. I'm not gonna get paid shit. Simple as that. And that was simply it. But yeah, this is Johan. The ones you guys made fun of. The ones you guys call crazy. This is Johan. Y'all call me crazy. This is Johan. The ones y'all niggas call crazy. The ones you guys made fun of. The ones you guys told that he will never be a famous rapper. The ones you guys call a nerd. And then when we start not going to school, the ones you call dropout. But this is Johan. Yeah, Johan is famous and rich. I'm Johan. I've been famous and rich. But I didn't know I was famous and rich because if I concluded to the fact that I was making music, blah, blah. So I'm going to tell you the history works. Third year, 2007, I became a Sasako. Then fourth year, 2008 or whatever, I started making music. So I've been had superpowers and I've been making music. But this is Johan. And I don't feel no type of way about it. But I don't understand why y'all were so stupid. Because all the friends that I have believe in Illuminati. All the friends that I have believe in government hacking people's phones. And I didn't say that government hacks our phones specifically. But the government does hack a lot of people's phones and everything. But they just wouldn't believe it. They wouldn't believe it. They wouldn't believe it. I'm telling you, yo, NSA hacks people's phones. And they're like, so what? That's how they catch terrorists. But they just wouldn't believe it.